Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. This is Daddy Kof again, your host for today's program. Um, Once again, we're going to have an exciting program today, and we have about three people who will be coming to join me later. And uh, I think they have sealed the doom that they're gonna come. So um, as I keep on, deliberating about what we are going to bring today, we are also expecting them to join us momentarily. Anyway, today is going to be another day. We're done with the religious studies that we did the previous weeks. Yeah, it was exciting and it was very, very interesting. And that has also, delved us into another program that we have labeled as a traditional base, something tradition that we um that we endure every day in our life. Things that control us in our society, the actual norms of the land, things that we inherited, things that keeps us moving, and many others in the society, and things that make us who we are in the society. That people can say, hey, okay, these are the Akan people. Okay, these are we're not doing tribalism anyway. We're not doing that, but I'm just giving an example. That things that you carry that make you distinct, right? That people can use to identify you. That, oh, yeah, this is a West African. I quite remember I was playing soccer with my either international student at college some time ago. That was way back in, I think, 1999. We were playing soccer with Italians and many others from many different countries. And as soon as I had the ball, they were watching me, being an African among them. As soon as I had the ball, I pushed the ball forward and started running with the ball. Then one of the guys from Italy said, "Oh my God, this is a typical West African guy." That means they have seen something in me that is as the same Italians will say, it's a tipici, something typical about Africans, West Africans. We run with the ball. And if you go back and then you study our football too, it is true. We play attacking game all the time. When we get the ball, we push it forward, we run with the ball. And that makes it very difficult for other people to catch up with us. We even use it as a tool to beat Brazil in an under 17 contest some time ago, in way back, I think 1994 or so, when Audi Isaka and all those guys were playing. Yeah. So when he said that, I just looked at him. So I'm just trying to say that we have some norms in us that makes us distinct, that let us stand out, no matter how you are, even the way you walk. The way you walk, sometimes people can say, oh, yeah, this is a Ghanaian. There's a Ghanaian coming. There is something distinct about you. And that is what we are going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about, first, we're going to talk about culture. Then we'll talk about tradition. Then from tradition, we will link them up with spiritualities that controls the society that we are made up of, right? Not too long ago, I quite remember we saw the burial of the late Asante Hima Nana Kwasu, with all the due respect. And we saw the cultural norms, the tradition, and the respect and the power that they get out of that respect, respecting their leader, giving the leader everything, all the power to control the clan. That the Asante Hene and that Otunfo Osetutu will say, any day, MP, we're not going out. This is a special day for me and the Ashanti Kingdom, for us to perform what we're supposed to do. And the people just embrace it. Huge respect. Huge adoration. With a lot of fantasies. Giving them the power. And you know what? Things like that happens. You know what it brings? It brings unity. Because they are all on the same page. When you get all people on the same page thinking the same way, that is where unity falls and becomes power that nobody can come from outside and trash it out. Respecting tradition. And somebody will say, what is tradition? Traditions are norms that has been passed on to us. Anyway, I'm forgetting myself a little bit. I have to change into my local dialect. But very soon we shall be doing the English one. So sorry for all those English guys listening to us today that I'm switching back to my local dialect. So my local people too, because today most of the conversation will be focused on the places that I know and the tribes that I've lived with and the people that I know that I can use as an example, to explain what we are talking about. Tradition that is what is going to be the main focus today. Then we will bring the culture. Culture is embedded in the tradition. And the spirituality engulfs everything. So we go into the spirituality, it will bring religion in again. But this one, it will be subside. Or we don't know whether it will encapsulate the whole thing and then fold it as one whole. We don't know how it is going to end. So this is more or less like a research that we are going to do in the discussion. Whatever the outcome might be, is what we are going to take. I don't know how it's going to be. Whether the spirituality will be embedded or it will encapsulate. So we have to just wait and see how it will go. All right then. In the admin adofo, in the mass, somewhat me about dry ne. Na ye this and pense we. Then na ye tradition. Because obia fi tradition. Obia wu tu bia baby a free bia no. You came out of baby a norms bia. You carry it anywhere that you go. And make you distinct. So we say be on near be. Oh, where the audio who na debut, where he find it say no. It's not you, it's baby a free no. And I make you, sir. That is what you grew up to be. Say you to say be on cramosumwa. You grow up to be like that. Normal norms and normal culture and everything is what you're going to grow up with. That is all that you know. You to Christosumwa, the same way you to say be abosumwa, the same thing. You to Judaism, the same thing. You to Buddhism, the same thing. But now, you try to say all those individual traditions are a hold of mine and as a minor. Their impact on individuals and then the general public as a whole, and I say the general entities as a whole. Sometimes, like I said earlier on, obi ye bibi ni akase when mu the tradition and they say ye nkofuo mu ebia ukuada and I say brother ye nko and ebia first month of every day this ye nkofuo Say, a niyama ya pass it on from time immemorial up to date. And it is up to us to continue with it, embrace it and continue with it for it to stay. And so with so being, I can see myself in where I grew up. All right. That, yeah, they have some traditions there. They still embrace it and practice it. In our villages, maybe one day I say, Yakofum Ejuada, Ukuyada, and I think Saturdays. But a brother and Thursdays, and Yawada near Monko. I mean the reason why. But there might be a reason for that. But whether I knew it or not, I just comply. You comply to what is there. Because if you ask anyone, and you might be bringing you don't go. A penny for no, woman fiti preoccupy no year near moon. Near events are happening over and over and over. And only say, Yenny be memohano. I don't know. So those days, no idea. Near Mukipu Yaman or Mutimini part, they pass it on verbally to others. But say, and now, and Gabian come back through near money be bria to her. And Manaye be a obibe far kind. No, so near Yamano air cost near city. But I'm trying to near passing on verbal, Nanny Pacona, a back on one to me and Janina, no, the big. Now, as it goes, no. Not a bit or one more. Not as it goes by, not a fade, not the intensity of it, not a cut down. And I would try yes, no one be sure be added just on your man who no, I'm mad, no cut down, cry, not I'm minimizing. Into tradition, as we know, a idea, you're passing on to us. Yeah, near man penny for no observe we send in the Yama society, no one will keep you. Now, a keep you in order. A keep you in order with reasons, various reasons. For instance, if you go to the Akan tribe, more. Sebi for Lankasano. Yamudi and Nadia. There must be a reason for that. Abayomu culture and abayomu tradition. Culture ni idea o practice. Mo practice ewum tradition num. Tradition num mo puti culture no. Santifo omo culture ni bi ni say yesa doa ye di kente etwa ye masene mema no obebubu no abubu no ono so etutuba eko fantis no so a ono so bo eyisa dey mo so grow asafu as culture and tradition. The culture is embedded in the tradition. Nioma moya distinct. And the general aspect of those cultures, and make it any rules and regulations, now make it the tradition, and it's been left down there for the society to move on with. And internet the other time, the challenges in the debate say, religion na buy an impact in the societies, say. You see, all these cultures were there. They are more observable. You more Makwesi there. The Fantis had Odambia. They have Abuacha and all those things. They were there. The Ashantis and the others, they have Ujura Festival and all those things. They were there. And they had the cultures embedded in them. The way you see your money, you better dry, you better say, you better dress, say. Yeah, my costumes cry no. And when the meaning, that's their culture. Ready, baby, cross me and Shampabwa. I am a culture, no. And in as a whole, no, that has been left behind with their reasons and the norms and the beliefs, you know, that's been left behind, you know. Putting it now together is something that's been left for them to practice, and they are enjoying embracing it, and it's making them what they are, you know. Then it comes up to be like a tradition for that particular clan. Say, those things, you know, how do they impact the society? Answer na me dia me pesa me dey starting so no. Me pesa me dey yi kra na start. Ye ni ana quite recently. Asante Hini, the barrier of nana Asante Hima. Nana unkwasu utrisu unkwasu, with all the due respect, using you as an example. We all saw what happened. Otumfuo, as is saying, and Nedrie, and I may yes, I did, and never will be MP. We all saw what happened, the observation, and how they embraced it, how they were proud about what they were doing, because they had something peculiar that we can see it in any part of the world. Just them. They had a culture. We see but you see I don't record too. Many will observe it over and over and over and over again. Truly, people believe in that because they respect their king. When someone you know more respect no man can see no that is where most strength war. Ya wanti obetimi aodamo. Seba mo penny, mon sorry me ankwaji ade we. Say yes. That is the power in the tradition. Beefed up by the culture. The emutu means so they say, and then in the spirituality, no. So when you know come together with one belief, that's a mudi ya debia. A tumpong. A debia do omo be ye bia mbeka bom biano. Ente se nipa baako aye. Praye dua we uyi baako obum se ye timi bu. Ba moka bom. Na so wu bu a de pa mi hu mpo so obi etimi bu praye mu sada. The power of the Ashanti kingdom, I mean, who you know, any sad day, no, they laid the Nana, friend is saying, Asante Hima to rest. The observation, how they observed the rules and the regulations, and then mama family cigar make on for be metro as mommy, because many tribes. Similar things we don't know about, but thank God we have social media now. But then it no be to me or carry war the various tribes to me or carry near my one more I hidden. Not of the we are seeing in our observer no more. Just someone criticize it. They put a critique in to bring the good and the bad out of it. Compare and contrast, and so that the others too will know, say, almost so be or muye. And then mommy welcome we and your cigar and I'm coming who cry and sana maquichiri. And said that the one who me casa kesipa. But before the one first new year cigar room. I mean, yes, cigar.
Yeah.
And then got some charge it.
Also charge it.
Because the culture and the tradition and the norms in it, any day Kakrebia me observe just the past days about the Asante Kingdom, how they observe the silence ordered by the Otumfuono. The power of the clan. What was some observe what dear Namuninamu on the same page, Namuninamu ya. It just a mutianasem. Into all damo samunya say a quack with one force strong. Now where many more differences, Namumuchi cha, that is where people get to you. And mommy embrace at the end pa. What I saw about it, they say this is why the Asante Kingdom they have power. Because they believe in their system and they believe it from the head. That any order that comes from the head, they will observe it. That is power. That alone is power. Because all my guys say, I deal with mama observe, finish. There's spirituality in it, And to me, I see it as the people coming together and believing in something. More to me. Also, Daniel can say, the spirit is already there. But it is how much you believe in it. And I bet me I tap into it. Believing in it and believing him as your leader. I was creature Mumpo said, listen to your leader. If you say Yakupo will see it. Spiritually, And it's all no see him here. At the end of Kayembim. That's a more believe in him. Okay, be a baby mabam. So you got to be for business, mammy.
But I suppose, and Mother can't when I bear you, but I can't see the Siama. When I'm no Yajin about come, but it's still you don't tell. No Yajin. Yami will see him the old baby. Yes, I did not. Yakato Hona, Ama Abato Yajin. Samina see him the dia. I know my Donald Trump will be me a president of America. I mean, Yami is all good. The main pebble. I know my King Saul, every year of Israel. Say the military in India. I know my Hitler. Every year Hitler by year king. That time. I know my Sango Fungo for we wicked and we deep on your kumnipa. Say I can't idea.
The reason is what they come and go and what they do. Once
I understand that part, but the point is that then you want to tell us Nyamias will do it and the oh yes, and no, sister, no. Bonsam so ho. I want so Bonsan need power and Sinyami. But Yakopo says as well. But I'm not Bonsam, the Bonsam ladies who the Bonsam they rule has a. Here remember, yes, Christo Bass as no. So Bakaya, Bonsam Fano Cotasino. I think Yamiba, Bonsan the Pidano Coy, Echoes on her. So almost just as well in India. See, I'm you. And the sign I'm in a singing in India, or seeing or having or by had it. Bonsan is singing.
Sometimes those are I can't say. I tell the beer, then I could point the Bibiaba. Go the Abba or the Abba Trumasuka crack. Okay, now come on some no.
Yeah, I mean, but
aha, but it be other and never be Kosua. Papa no cry that one must move the enye. Those Mundinamon sorry.
Yeah, but
sorry. This year the whole nation, yeah.
Yeah, but you see, then with a program, I'm the part, but remember culture and spirituality and so. But before then, my info we make sure once last week, near discussing about religion, pure religion.
Yes.
But me after program, and it will be a course or program, and my make more research, right? And I tell me, we say, there you see, I saw you came. Ya cousin pa, as I can answer correct. And then come. But you chiba no mobile. On the video, YouTube, with here. Message ben pana. On the film. akọ ona me che no na de me den say ye bo points ni nyina ma say the akora bi akora wonyini from now going forward no so tie program yi a no tie the kan na nsema the penifo e woso Mimi Sigaro George any a tea any Delakoff yi nyina skase na ankora no benya bibia frimu e de abono bra amna yi amna asini yi e wona bra bom because we ase no we ase ye nipa e nipa e ne ya de nyame na mu no ko nipa o shemu ti sa na believe dia that means minnu mienu sɛ dada minnu mienu sɛ si asɛ sɔre si yɛ kɔ hwɛ nyakopɔn a yɛbɛtuma nante over million yɛ si hu nyakopɔn baabi a o but yɛbɛhyɛ nipa wɔ kwan so anaa meboa ti wie nipa yie a wɔyɛ nyame adwuma saa na de ne nyinaa teɛ ti yesu kristo kura ma example bi ɔde the good samaritan bi wobɛkae a na ɔkyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɛno ne nyamesom o ɛno ne nyamesom obi a wɔn kura wɔn ne mo tribe mo ne nhyia hey Samaritans according to Jews no wɔn yɛ enemy number 1 o wɔn mmɛn Jews no baabi akɔrɔ sɛ wɔn yɛ nipa bi a Jews na fɔm sɛ wɔn yɛ outcast ɛne kɛyɛ Ghana fɔ kura po yɛ ti sɛ wɔn yɛ nipa a ɛnso wɔn bɛn wɔn kura right ɛna saa nipa yi obi a ɔno agyi onia kɔ pra yabu no sɛ yɛrɔbu no wɔde kɔn wɔ wɔwu. Asofo a mo mfe nya betwa mu koi obi amfie no but just imagine this particular Samaritan konoko hu se agofo na oprese dada ye mu bie na ya ketwa mu koi sa koi ongu kra ne ho toy say Donald Trump what was the baby no eboje tuna because go we ene banyani me tia ko be wunte so but yesu pese o ka say akwani nya tema eno nya bana eno nya no bi wonu mu so no we nipa let me look beyond a nipa no be ofri na mo mi hunu as a human being right I will hear help eno boa no eno nya msum no se nya msum service to mankind is service to God so the until is to say we yema unia no why am me
wanya mama ne the create.
You see, I didn't love you never at themselves. Tell me last week we can't say, yeah, Christopher Nagasano, you're for years or assembling Yajuma. Because I did mine, say, you better at come for them. Now, we'll be almost more than a hammer so a monk. Okay? Yes, I didn't, we don't want to even listen to what he was teaching us. And yet, you call us some Christians. But the ever to January last week, I said, but me, I said, return them quiet. Ebinie hwe unu say religion na wo no obi a religions na wo ho nyina no Christians e wo book a teaching which is the Torah and the New Testament, right? Torah near the 5 books of Moses in the Old Testament no and the New Testament na ka ho and I one book and on that teaching say nyame asem nie uko Islam so a almost o Quran and say back here almost dey no and almost nyame so asem ni uko Christian also on dey ho uko a Babylon also Tammuz almost o dey ho say okay reading bi o kretie bia no in the ancient times no they all had a book behind it saying say nyame asem ni sa reading so nyina so no any books there o marketing nyina so no ebia ni nyonko boy bright so obia ni wa eni ni nyonko ye into agreement but o mu nyina so titum se nyame ba ko pe mu tese me yo o mu nyina so titum se nyako ba ko pe se me na ba ko pe dia dada no the message man ma o se message ba ko pe ti o aso me ken tipo ko mu tie ye pa o dada mu se o tie ma se obo mu tie nso nwi o madwene mu tie yi se nyame ene di asem ma ne ma dada eni mo mu tie nyina o se asem ne ba ko pe eni ko se ba ko egesi ba ko ama ne yi nyame o twantro nyame wo kana asem no aka di obeye no ene be adwuma nya di obi ni be ka ho enya adwuma wo se enyi bi firim efe bi so mere e meka ho ti eye den na sabu si nyina ya obi ase Nyankopɔn asem nie na fe ne yebabra akontu ye New Testament in a Christian for there no Jesus Christo ye wo no Bethlehem o se Nazareth o se hio ene wo savior ukokura nso a o se David a ye wo no edue bi ase ena ono so kwa wo nye savior ne mo no mebo ono ko ye savior ne mo no wo ye fence one of the prophets uko Christian same thing enti me research no dada me fans am nya ni
Yeah, yeah,
who is a boost now? Almost sounds to another book behind those books. Here, what is that? Oh, Christian, a Jewish one, Jews one. Almost creating Old Testament, ye Africans, ye history. No, and almost creating another book, your friend Talmud. And today we know what you want to go heavy. Talmud, Talmud, the prophets, you know. Mo ba echi no e no mo be chechire ensem a ewo Old Testament na echi ya dwe no mo na be chechire ma chire se asem we se retie asem we se retie se ne Yakobom so chire nti mo a mo te Ghana na mo se ehia spiritual understanding na te Bible no enye sa retie na mo ko Talmud mu a Talmud no e na echi say e na ko Islam so a dada almost so dear friend hadith. Hadith is the Quran. What is good and what is wrong, and what is the prophet the kind, and there's no kind now, and the vegetation. Uko Krishna, Uko ya Babylon so. Tammuz no so ever there. She said, Christian so there. The whole thing I say, Jamaica class someone, and then a prophet and every vegetation. See, assembly you. Yamina can't some. Wouldn't say Michael Talmud no. First let me hear who ye almost say a crazy story now what Adam and Eve story no. It didn't happen. E what Talmud no. First we read it. First we be reading no. It never happened. It's a myth. So no maka ho. Tio na we be cancer obi akọ me no nya bra me bo e futo go obi ani na me ka say go there and search for the Talmud. Wako read uko rudia uko here Ghana for the empathy no by now go there and search it and read the Talmud. Almost say it never happened. We didn't say a story no a Noah story no say almost say no say almost say a mythical story yeah happened 10 years before Jesus was born. Now I don't know almost say they call it the Epic of Gilgamesh. A story be a sea almost a creative as a middle. The Epic of Gilgamesh. And I also Obiako Sative. I almost say a seal toy and Obin or 7 and Lipa 8. No don't go say or build the act, no go shame. And Christopher, I could tapo, no never say Vabonum.
Now, Didi.
That sound of what I mean, they say, whether I know, I don't know. I don't know. To be there, but me can't be so. So the bear, that and I make say, you know, near ma, any enough for no be a if you are. Until send you are, you'll say, clarifying time to do buy some query research. And then who say, on a channel, to be answered by day, Uncle Sachi. I don't yet definitely that make us a kind of fact. There's a maker. One so go and search and read for yourself. Who say make sense more? Fa it doesn't make sense more. Tugu where then you'll be at the same Sunday I didn't know. Yes, you are. We want to know because the baby and say, Mima, ebedu baby, no ira. If you kupa kwaso. The baby, ya papa. On the machine. Because me na also me domo course akwa so. Mom hu nyame asem. Ti also me so hu nyame asem first. The mathematics o mo kwan no. Ana me boa. You know, yes, I didn't say a responsibility. See, I was saying, train the child. Tio, I said, what kind of no faso. We don't say, let the word of God be embedded upon their heart. Often to
Exactly.
You see, to say, yes, I don't know, or more. That's what failure. Jenny mo fail
no correct.
seriously. It's who they no clarify no. But what who about culture no yen no. Dada. Yeah. Yeah, I home said before. Yet ho any the beer no. Yes, say who. The reason is saying she said to me nyame edema au baby Young Africans, especially Ghana for ye ni me de ni me de. Ye dia ye use nyina no. Ye demonizing no. Say ye to me from
Inferior.
inferior. Ye culture no mpo no a. Ye ba mre na ye di sunu mpo ye adwuma na wo ka bia ba. Ayi asante ni de ye asie ne na ayi asante ni ma de asie a wo kan efe akono na ka ye the best. Ba wo say as I will speak about 80% believe say eh tetisem and yes and a demonic as I say you can I know the no ma ko siriti no ma ye yi di no ma tutu na no obenso a okwa sorry tio
Sure.
on the way almost see a create ade na manafa ti amani bana be demonic say obi kura ko di hina na go say nipa no kura no bonsam sana ko yo because also ko swai e wo say wo di hina wuntimi enkwota so dem ka se di hina e wo say wo di ko eso e wo say wo so e wo say wo say enti no wo ko di hina pe na ye you free Christendom sana de ko yo enti on say ye culture no enka en na shape yen dada enu na me hu we are as human beings en na me hu be ye nan mo sitie hwe wo ka asem bi say kumasi nyina joy asante man nyinaa yɛ din adentra because yɛ observe the culture
Exactly.
the two any tumi a ɛwɔ hɔ
Exactly.
ɛni yɛn nyinaa no edi so hwɛ dada misua no na mikɔ akurase a kɔaso bɔ yɛn ne deɛ ɛyɛ kumasi mpo first no na bɛrɛ biara yɛn kɔ fom nsuo bi ne nsuo bi da me na nafuo bi a ɛwɔ hɔ a kyerɛ sɛ ɛhɔ na na mankani adi sɛ ɛyɛ nice papa ɛkɔm di okɔ a wuntumi nkɔ nsuo bi da hɔ wuntumi ntwa sɛ nsuo no ɛwɔ Canada yɛn kɔ hɔ ti kɔm di wɔn na ɔbɛ kɔm di wɔn owu ti wunim di a ɔsɔ kɔ sɛ ɔdi yɛn nyinaa bɛ asana saa bɛrɛ na de esi yɛn kɔ nsuo mu wɔ nsu kɔm di wa ɛneɛ wɔn awasɛm ɔna mi kyerɛ no because ɛno nea ɛhyehyɛ to hɔ ɛnea edi so hwɛ wunim sɛ tete hɔ no ɛna yɛ esusu ano dada wɔn wunim yɛsi wukɔ dware a yɛn to nwom nyɛ saa yɛ ka kyerɛ
Yeah.
wotu nwom a bɛrɛ wɔn ma mi wu nyɛ saa yɛ ka kyerɛ
Who did you
yɛ bɔ hwɛ ma
Yeah.
saa nnoma na yɛn nananom kaa yɛ no ɛto hɔ no it became part of our tradition and culture wúlò ekuta sẹ́nà títí hɔ no yɛsi na yɛn nananom kɔ yɛ sɛmina bi a ne sɛmina no nam ɛyɛ papapaa ayɛ sɛ wode si adeɛ a ne wode dware a ho yi fi fitaa ne fine na mmom nso no wɔn hu sɛ na ɛbi ka wɔn ano a it became poisonous obetuma ewu tinkofo bebree fam wuyi ɛnu ti no yɛn nananom kreti so ɛsɛ okay sɛ wobɛkɔ kɔ dware na wobɛto nnwom a na biribi na ahuro no bi kɔkɔ wura no na bɛwu deɛ ɛne yɛnkadi saa sɔre wei ne ɛmfa nto hɔ sɛ sɛ woto nnwom a anaa wobɔ hwɛ ma anaa wokasa because wodware a sa ɛhɔ pɛ ɛna wɔn nu bɛtuma bi ɛma yɛ sɛ ahuro no bi akɔdwuma a ma dakye wakɔ wɔn si ɛdo nti no wɔn kadi saa deɛ nto hɔ dada abɛsi nnɛ ama abɛdi emu ama yɛ adwuma ama several millions of lives nti ade bɔne wei a wɔn yɛ ade bɔne no so nti no bi wɔ hɔ a ɛna no to hɔ a ɛboa yɛ ebi yɛ nsuo no kura na yɛsɛ nkɔ ɔbrada no ebi kura bibi ani hɔ but ebi a na saa time no ɔmu bibi si event bi si ɛna ɔmu hu sɛ saa brada biara no Se ko foko fo mu a se mu eta si insanity dia ye support
Exactly.
there no
Exactly.
evidence is support there no and ye first amra we here ento ho
Not just so.
yes ti boni be le it's all to save human lives oh ye no say no mu kreti o no ma e fa erada they make sure say ye preserve nipa ye omu no mu ayi bi wo ye mu say nipa there we are precious life is only once you don't live it twice so or let's say if, of course reincarnation there a whole different story but as we yeah there we life in a say you have to live it well on the same I mean she say what business as no so so no now dada here ayi friend saying first na e wo no me na me wo Ghana no me we school no me ko adwuma wo cigarette ni ade na me drive ti na me call asante na brown for there ba bia na o man kura kura bia si no amewura oda ko na me promotion ma international tobacco eh superstar no ne sa cigarette no na me ho dada wu tu kwan ebo asante memu ebro memu aigbe memu infante memu say name it apart from Accra who do bridge who be do bridge bia na drive wa also boy ben ati no twa bridge no then also boy ben ati no twa bridge no what you go say almost sense no ho no ono su ku the life bi na no ne ma e di agro e wo kwanum so am mo ben na twem ko a otomra because obetweku enkra ne bi according to omuno believe no you see whether it's true or not no ya keti ato ho ama eye adwuma hwe broni bi efree I think Dutch Holland eko bayi so okoye obeye kwan na okoye no bridge bi anom ye wo ayi na eruka na is Eastern region ho baby na will say Ghana for no a omo no wasase no so no omo ye na no omo za bafuna ba gidi omo ye sibro ni say hey hold on a minute Dutch no hold on a minute you have to respect the land boni no friend say mpanyinfo no mo kromo no yayinfo no emra ne ngunsa say na almost at bridge no yes o say yen Ghana for no sika 70 no ye refi ye kwacha ya tu e gidi omo machine ko say no boni say before e bet bibia no kra see a excavator was when ye betia no mpo de be si ho no this say ohina be ya paye omo ba be ye yi wo answer omo to bridge
They believe.
exactly because they understand say baby away bia no bibi wo ho every living thing bia was asen so bia no e wo purpose enti ensio no ho na a living thing edua esisi no they are all living things o enti once o me living things no there asafe who and the bomb asafe so there na is o musu kuta power bia I was saying respect you enti dada your culture no there's nothing wrong with it
Yeah, be.
say ye infante say ye nkran enti na nyakopon krampo no dada obia wodi o different no kana me boa nkranfo wodi am different nyakopon ona me che no asandefo wodi fantefo wodi am different no agbefo wodi am different no ye nyina mfa no one name ana me boa every one of us have a name am frɛ nyame ayenta because of your culture and your tradition and your beliefs hwɛ ade a kɔmfɔ che bɛ yɛ wɔ asantema mu no dada sɛ nei ɛna obɛpie mu ɛwɔ abotima mu ha a amerika yɛ tie ha dada mesi kasa asɔre wei ka the whole obia bɛkasa nyame na ɛsia bɛsi fam ase bɛ obɛpie bibima mu deɛ a amanfoɔ ɛmfa saa asɔre no nyɛ asɛm because yɛ believe sɛ ɔkɔm ɛyɛ ade bɔne na mebo A prophet is an English language, right? Dada, prophet is an English language. The bass and I can say somewhere. And then, yeah, okay, say for.
Konsefo.
Enti, the Oshe come no. The Oshe come. Where they on come. One come about what say. Yeah, yeah, who say you. I suffer almost say almost come no. I be 25 December, but yeah, she come no. Omiya say ka dey omiya confo because won come out with me nka. Enti e fe no come share. Enti wo ba come ansa what me share. Say ade na omo ye no. Omo aka say they don't understand the language they're using. Tienio, as some from take na on. Am so mo share come no. They don't even understand their own language. Share that na me ti ona Osu Bempa ene Berikobi. Omo ti o ka asema omo so me nation prophet. Na dada, nation prophet. O de betwi wa say. No my comfort.
And the same thing now, Kwabisha.
No my comfort.
Aye.
No my comfort. Ti o my comfort na o kwaso no ene o my comfort no but this difference well. You see, yeah na omo ya dey bia because omo no omo say enipa etimi. No say confirm go aso dem nyina they don't reason, they don't learn, they don't do anything, you know. They say anything anyhow. But yeah na minimum da na e wo ha na enima ya idwuma bi na e reading na e share dey dey. Ye ni nyina ye be yi omo so eto so. Ona me say no.
Yeah.
So we oh Michael, we a legend prophet. So man come for simple as that. Oh, who shall come? Confusion shall come. And what is the difference between one and the other? Say you make my back up, dada. You make my back up. You move any baby. You make back up. It is a who the Ubia for choir or the costume and the in any pay and say that and set here with you Petra Mirana or Casabi Semi or the Cabra was that. Missy Ade or so said Nina pay. Missy I said Miss Simons, I said a bit. She level no. She nyina she be difference no. And I'm say one po. Wait ya. Wait tintia. Wait say. Or say we no dey kontra. Nyame bo ade no. Say no dey mai. Or say ya brabo ya babo no asase so. Ene yen satin ya na ehwe. Or say e bia wo adwuma ye. And so ni nyina achi no. Omu nyina sa ka bom. Eye adwuma bom. Omu do omu ho. Entina so say ko ye ni nyina the same size. The same year, catch their crank into me. Tio, or in your park, catch their into mobi. Yet you find the impo on a channel. Yamian Semono, or ye and say the bear, a bit in the air, you mean 19. Son or ye, independence and so. Even though a be a titia, a be a tintin, a be a cocoa, a be a tintum, a be a say, or saying, kabum near you boom, say a certain. You see, oh, son or sister, I mean, my what they may away home, say, see, near from Mobrano, ye jan not to and you go to heaven. Heaven, so one uncle. Into no, say, one pie so blue as an aqua as obey. Did you so vampire? Was in a couple, Bob Hobby, never meaning check. Was also so heaven. Also, this old, and the vampires in a cool and a dream, and a quay. And also, by the bedroom. You see, this is the thing that and only idea and say your court channel seriously. Yeah, I go memo. Let me sorry. Let me tell you sorry. Be chrono after that whole almost says how do I dear hey who call now would $1 to her. Has he yes, but also this year a man pay for be who nom the quite fear. Neko bodero so be dollar bit to her. It is any panamagic. It is a better than if you also am an pro. This is how I Nyame ye say ke yenye e was as so. Ade enye o de no. Ye mfa. Ye fa ni brain ko po bi ade. Ye go twa and ye go bo and adazikru mu ento obi so. Ye go ji obi yire. Any brain ti. So the King David example no. Sa King David story na example moral lesson on Nyame de mai e was as so ye wa hi. so be yiri dware na hu na ho fefa enfa ni bre nkopɛ no wo de say mo ni nyu de no ho so hu ewiase na ewo no nyame bo bia ni de pepepe dada hey dada no ba bo nyu bi na bi de pa so ase ade anchemi a wo kasa bi wo se nyame bo adwuma wo be nti nyame bo ba obetime obetina se obɔ no pepepepepe ene de ma no so ka ko sɛ wasɛm
Oh,
sɛ me bɔ ba sɛ de ɔpɛ no pɛpɛɛpɛ no yɛ me bɔ ma no because ɔna tena asɛm ase ɔna tumi pushi ne nnwoma no kɔ anim ɔna nim ɛma ne dream no yɛdɛ ɛbae ɔnso ɔno ɔho no deɛ o na ɛyɛ sɛ aka yɛ
that's also what you get to say.
ɛna meka sɛ dada nti sɛ meka ne general nti nkɔmmɔ bi hɔ a ɔmo te wiase they don't even know the reason they are here
And correct.
and that's very sad. We all have to understand the reason why we are here. We have to dig and know because we will know. So
And correct.
anybody who hire Bob Rebia anyhow the way we want it. Oh, you try to thinking say, you will in there, make on me bompa enti, ya me be say me. No. Then there, and you must have. You see the idea of we no, and one of which hey, you say. Nti na reincarnation wo wiase no eni nti na wudi bɔne a na wɔyɛ ho careful na wɔhwɛ no maybe because dada me ka asɛm bi the other day no amafo bi antim ase me ka ne biem ne I think obi a ne nefra so yakopon we wicked to the point say obebu obi ne frani how and ewu obi no kwata wuzi me we so wicked so bobo ni person no me so fa saa so kwata na obi ebubu afọ no eya dey bi in the past life obeye ya also obeba no betua ho ka enti no oba no hwe obi wo ho anana wona abonte o straight bullet ya two bullets onu kwa men no perform ho nyina na form ho onu je ba bi na kobo no uma go nta the past life no odi onu tutu obo obi also betua ho ka Jesus Christ ka say bi also he who died by the sword no listen Jesus Christ say Peter come on ode yi twa ayi obi aso no. Oh yes, Father was say he who killed by the sword shall also die by the sword. Yes, when you be he who killed by the sword shall also die by the sword. See, how can this happen? A better than that happen. A better happen. This is all banner which you won't. So, see, it's on beside say John the Baptist. And yes, the CFO could be say now. Yɛte sɛ wosi yɛsi John Craig kasa wo ne Messiah na ɛno kora na ɛna yɛso se na ɛsɛ na mo tena abɔnten ɛna ɔmo ka yɛ sɛ saa na obi yɛ ka sɛ wo ne Messiah no bɛsɛ yɛnim sɛ wo ne Messiah no a ɛna ɛka kyerɛ yɛn na wɔn sɛ Yesu ka kyerɛ ɔmo dada na wɔn sɛ Yesu ka yɛ ɔyɛ saa na mo ka deɛ a ɛna ɛno ano ɛna ɔmo sɛ bɛyi o bɛs ɛnso yɛatwerɛ ɛwɔ Old Testament sɛ this sɛ Elijah ana Elijah aba ansa na Messiah na aba Elijah si ehu no ɔmaa enti ɛyɛ na wohu no waba Yesu sɛ hwɛ Elijah bo mo na mo hu no ɔmo sɛ ɔba da bɛ ɔsɛ John the Baptist the reincarnation of Elijah you see ti Yesu Kristo ka jam sɛ ɔno ɛna wasa aba no
Oh,
na yes ɔsi John the Baptist no ni Elijah na mo hwɛ no ɔno na aba no ɛna obi yɛ sɛ yes ɛbɛn sɛ ɔsi because ɛdɛn na John the Baptist owu yɛ muhwɛ ni wu a mbɛkyɛ se na ɛdɛn na John the Baptist wu yɛ woka sɛ Elijah tama ɔwɔ hɔ no ɔne baa prophet no kɔ ayi bi challenge bi ɛna ɔwɔ ne challenge no otwitwa ɔmo nyinaa akyi otwitwa ɔmo nyinaa akyi ɛdɛn na John the Baptist wu yɛ wosɛ ɔnso ɔbɛwu no yɛakyi no ɛna ɔhene ne ba yɛbi na sɛ ɛdɛn na ɛfa nyɛ John the Baptist ɔsɛ mu ntwa ne ti ma me yɛntwa ne ti bi you see. Until he came and paid for that price. Because I didn't try by professor. Well, Muslim, on one comma, no try for it. There was also back being no be pay for that price. nti nipa wo ya de bia dada no wa hwe yie ye nyina hwe wo yie wo di obi wo ka sem bia na wo bia ye careful because ade bia wo ye bia no e ba be bo me ma me anticate wo kai a se wo be kai wo de be ko gira wo ho wo de bo ma me to bo wo bo be bo me mo so ka me hwe o say se me ka tell ade a wo ye me ne no wo hwe ya sana o ma be yo 10 times than this
Hey!
I want to say so by Nze na wuti ase na wo ha sisa suban the culture no Bolivia nim dada makasa too much ne by na
Oh
hiti
yeah, we said that with him before I open my casapana. Number say how do you see our traditions now? What because we can only talk about Ghana. We don't know much about the other places, you know.
yeah
But at least Ghana cry would travel from place to place kakra. And to be able to make kakra more than me.
mhm
The tradition and the cultural norms and what be say like you the encon interregions, central region.
mhm
Ashanti dey say one na ye nyina ye won tie dey
yeah
yehu bebre.
mhm
Na yemfa bi nkọ eastern. Na yemfa bi kra nkọ north wo kakra. Then yemfa mbra ye right side Volta coming down Accra. See a compare in everything. Oh, the American say, oh, so regions ni nyinaa no, ebia wo mu su.
mhm
Regions bi ho no mo a, eho adu. Obi kwa ka se me free east na ko central ko pedwuma. Obi so create me ka se me free north aba Ashanti abe pedwuma. Eso yese north wo adwuma ni o. Bibia bi ho. Ba office ha na me kwa emeye ye. Say the SU free efie ye bi ese e kwa brochi. Officer, does it mean that you are my brother can't me make it life? I give it to me and make it in a way. I then look going back to Ghana again and then picking it up from the regional levels. Oh, sure, you just pick up two or three regions. Near the culture and the norms, how they impact the country as a whole, make us as a society. Because some of the regions now are so attractive, you say, people have to even move from one region to there. Oh, we they believe, we say, I have a kwame, yes, sika or whole. But the vibes, everything there, no, the society, no, the society is just rich by itself. And it's conducive for people to dwell there. What's a religious saying, and I may come be say, the impact of religion accurate me determine how our society needs it here.
oh yeah
And what we bet me I can say, I had your uncle oh, I had your I had your because and I do crowd and own auntie. And so when we come to the tradition and the cultural norms, we beef up with the spiritualities. Go with them. You know. Why some people choose one religion one religion
culture
religion to another. Be a move from one religion to another.
yeah that the whole thing is say edipa especially Ghanaians no yes ready for freedom you know until what if what a ascended region na what mampo area na kwaso bi na ye resitina na ohwe na ohun se who go bro na ho resisi bi ani ho ade opo so ye no resisi bi ani so a no fili so obekọ ho na me say no because on say your religion no your tradition no pi no resiti so many times especially omo ekọ ha se obi o bomofo na me say no a ono no office na adwuma no e no dey hwe na busia na ade na bi owo no your resiti no because days bi o ha ye ontimi kongrem but o hwe the other side no so a na me say no Saturdays no obetuma ko Yeah,
freedom.
and freedom no. Okay, and there's no restrictions. The whole 7 days in within a week, no restrictions be anywhere. Now, okay, quiet in now, so you pair. Obi move up on a machine. And a bit so what be your tenor, and she'll be in a bot a hobby on a machine. To also believe in one believe we say, whom we own the moon inside in Asia on a machine. Even though, as we saw it in the you, on say, culture no. I embedded with
Into the,
spirituality.
yes,
Ever
yes.
had because to me now a was as an no. Or no sooner na come and only who many time to me. Asia and yet until I was to free. No come baby office there one day or obey I didn't know. You see, sometimes yeah, me say you guys have got time be a me because me na no be a me no. Me pesa me ye no ne ma penny na no me who go tell you I won't do go ye on me channel say no be you just can't do it on me channel enti why do you want to go there on me channel enti no who are Santa region so there how there with my ye am a what e ba yeah chopper ya no watch up channel go baby on me channel ana who can say you no and then you know say crobofo near can't come before my dear. Omu too loose. Omu too easy. Okay. So
Yes.
omu nano. Omu 224. Say omu the omu life. Na say but omu no. Mitete emu na mu say omu so no part of omu tradition and culture. They believe say they have to those times no see nipa ni ho. Tiasema yo no mu need them. Oh. In order to embrace other people no into their culture and into themselves no. They have to let their woman because almost a man need not trust nipa. We remember 10 good now. Omunya hwe, but the ma obaba ko ko je obetuma ya member 20,000. On me say no. And then that say na ko just say ko yi ehun ko jina bontia. Na de obaba ko jina ha no yi no empty. Na de obaba ko jina no yi no empty. Eni pe jina ko jina oba no sai. E ma kra be ko. Mama obi a ko jina ni ko e ko hwe. On me say no. Enti omu enti enu nti no ena omu yusu ye ena omu nya adom eba omu kro no be boa kro no ma kro ni ye ena aka ho ena omu say tradition abe culture abe ka omu ho enti say no enkra na be nyina say tuni omu say omu nye sa de say be ya omu tuna tatu ni papa enti yen say e won chen no ya fa ne say omu de omu ye lu
Loose.
omu ye say but bibi ne happen ye
And
ene
the
ma
baby
sa ne happen
has.
ye sana ye Ghana no ye culture ni pi na akwa ye o bibi event it see near the creative bibi on the channel na kaya ho say the be ya enipa say life very precious na life a year important now we live it once until we have to preserve it on the channel so they be ani bi omi piano they did it for the better of ourselves and our lives say be ya go hwe yankwa
And you
I
create.
don't mean culture na wo get ni nyina no we don't hwe ni nyina we from the north ebe nyina ni bi si enya ni nyina no is about ade a wode onu a enye ti o ena se ade a embrace nipa ebe ke nipa ho oh he yeso no na ye wade bi na ye fe no noboa so be ka ya
Yes.
na yi nyina ka bom ye koy enu kura no ye nyiska o ya koy wi a ye fe de na di nipa na ma de na di na obi akọ na ba bi we thought say we were helping on the no
Yeah.
and this is how na ye life no na sitie na nye gidigidi ye kumase hwe Kumasi was built not by government,
Debbie.
by the people.
Yes.
They built their own city on
Mm-hmm.
themselves, on them channel. Because kambo mu say we be boy no mu nyina sikafo nyina be kambo mu say omo be di kro no. So
And at the same time, in Chawa no, almost say who be to say. Oh, siswa as a beer bar na bear mano. So nya baby I do tibetu. So who said in
exactly,
and they are part
exactly.
of the societal wo no who you know bibi ba nsem a target no no nya de odi ko twadua na edi Awusu. Aha. And part of the culture and the building of the tradition. And a rising man, a big course, a CAB. Part of it. Challenges. Yeah, we chose this. Your tradition is a Obia, Bama Biasi, so you see. So, tradition is Obia, so you see. And so it means I say, and cultures need be cramped, I say. So we need enough money out of the beton in tree. I wouldn't mean worry.
And I make catch you say that I make catch you say Emma Breba, Emma Quaid, my ding. Help me, now, I said the folk I can send me. Yes, also our could operate as you can say. And the old say, yes, Uber Bobo, and so because I don't know, it doesn't have to be say, Ugo Shebika because of banner of it and a banner of it. No, also prepared, also yes, self sufficient. Oh, let me tell you, no, by the bar, what man, I know, Bama, what best science here. It's I didn't mean a piano, they did it to preserve Gankasa, yes, to buy near life. Oh, make sure say in life, no, a be perfect. Yeah, there's no perfection in life. At least a be no counsel. All of me say no. Inti, you can't tell it here. Any tradition here, it was very good. Then a boy pop.
Exactly. But said many others, no, they had it. Many too they couldn't. Well, you can so be a good COB. But like what I'm saying, they say, Ushama. Regis ni na nyepe. So, ebi was through, ebi was form. Why? And no ni na make a boom no. Won't mean ka say I had a juma wa have a brace say people will go and establish something because of something. So what you say because as I see you know that one obia around, everything is there. But I can't say feasibility studies na ko planting factory baby. We consider the culture, the tradition, every norm. You be consider sana. He said your car ye. O broni no cry no, ye broni no free one mono. Other the machines a cry ban. All bano. O swear tradition there or one son obo.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
O swear who said this is how they go about their things. Now baby crana you need to do this. And he didn't want to defy anything because some person were running at loss.
No.
ATS or comply to be BIN or BIA. One walk see Brony. When you be BIA womb,
Debbie.
I say, Debbie, you see, I catch him son number one. This is what you need to do. The answer I want to Masakrabeka machine piano. Young say answer. Trust and obey. So did your own jinjo. That is what is there. And what was it in Aquacosi? Wakoso challenge. Traditionally, this is what they do. And you go and then they will do it for you and observe. And then you go. And rules and regulations, you know, embedded in the tradition, you know. I'm saying baby a year less. Affordable. Conform to me, I contain, you know. And when I maybe they may say, what is my conclusion I may draw? And when I little bit brave, exactly. Eme hotimi tutumpo because obia
first no can be na person make we answer not
okay.
Oh say Ghana no especially Yasantifo any Yasantifo mpo we hwe Ghana ni nyina kra na come to you know say yes here e wo manum ye build o my Ghana na kasa no every tribe every ayibia no they make sure say build it family homes. Also, make us say Kumasi was built by the people. Yes, making sure say every family, even family piano, Akrabia piano, Yamano, baby or didn't beto.
Yes.
And you know, say who Sabia Woodan, and not across any day.
Yes.
Who call him plus still Saudan, and that's what I hope. Because they believe, say, that she be Uma. A bit member, I mean, I'm a better than him. And he owns it, nothing ha, and many abafu bidding come and I mean, the tama a Trump a homeless case by this year. Omu homeless free corona day. Na me bi so say ah ti oyi omo free on if na ombekon you mean baby ti na shelters so no so ti oyi omo na obeso mo kogu and I said then what are they doing? And a guy like I said but homelessness is so they made the place dirty net. Them say ah there be o I no because ah na homeless ni Ghana. I'm saying me come there homeless ni ho. So be so either bontin a na bia obodam. Apart from that, Obia or mentally, so we have na adwene na enye. But so Obia na adwene ye party on na bontin. Whether bontin na dey ofiri the chrome, the cry so obekro kesi wa pedwuma. And oba na unye baby nkoye. On na me struggling no. Ebinom yes, ebinom da na mfonche ebi da yi. But that doesn't mean say we need baby da. BBC a obekro no chrome or baby da. On na me no. Na what them say me cheche say oh ye no. Yeah, and I'm actually in such a way say every family piano a war baby on the bedroom. They build a house in the midst of say every one of them have at least a room. I'm saying nobody is homeless. The Uber cook is same crying watch now call back. You have a place to stay. Oh, Baha Kromai. Well, many baby put our casa another place to stay. It's never there. By any day, no, almost in such a way say won't you that. Do we say continue there? The child echo. And here you have to go back. We go back and qua over baby no nice. I bury the lady. Ubenya for be more aqua baby. Oh, let me tell you. That's the difference. Yet, yeah, coach at there. A boy now, yeah, can the people in answer no do also the engine no so hawk. That your time no call, but I'm can we. Oh, say. Debi na meka yeka region na meka say bibia was assassin no nyame the boy say dey believe it here nya bonsam timbo bibia bonsam bo bibia da bonsam na muko nyame the boy no and Isaiah book no kwasa share say nyame say ono na yade nyina so na papa na e bone ono e bibia obia ni wa obetimi en na twe ti en dey no kre ye jetum ti nyame na yade nyina but was odi ye so amaye right and so amaye ntino ye was say no say he doesn't interfere with our affairs anymore he say eh bia no ye na ye uti ntino obetima jage no because say no ye na dey adwin na bibia ne eni ahodi eye no ma o no be say no say be ya ade no dey no obetima ye ajage enti sa dia and they judgment day ho on me say no it say no what they wey na man say enye dey be it say no we are na wa nye dey ya ube hoketia as simple as that oh that okay anything no me dey me say body a woman say ye nkofo no bi no so I take advantage e to me bi a omanya no e di bone to me gi nipa moja etimi ye no ma bi basa sisika duro bi ni no ma bi on say ye kan de fani na no bone so ho bebebe if you suffer no bi kura no say ye na nanom no ye culture no any tradition no any spirituality no oh almost so create evil be abeshim and omudi di bone and that's what is so bad
but so sigay be try no say up to them Omamo yes no it's up to them
but it's in the society you know and go for me so omuji sound manidi you see and they're falling for it so the I suffer a Bible kaka say a false prophet baby am for be ji omusudi omo ho so mo for ji omudi that's na suma bi e so a force a bone yin say nye enso go for ji chire ona be chero ti ye ken nyina so na ye o e ma ye ekwa bi so ona me chero ebi o wa ka free mu anka ho beto ona me say no yeah seriously ebi o wa ka free mu anka ho beto because yes on say first no yes akwara oba onyini du ni fie so say ogro bra right enti enu kwa say be ma de no ka no some level bi ni say no bi but ene wi ase wo mu sesi ano akwara na mu kura mpono before ye fe say ye be gro no bra na say age bi du ka na akwara no watia no na no one no bi ori na dwene nam no because technology ni wi ase ne so fast ona bi che no ti say no no ebi ni ho but sade no kwa mpono enu go say so they akwara bi wo gyina bonte na o de yi tamabo na say no gyina na no fu tutu ho enem na mu ho na be sade we it's an abuse in the first place sade be kan na o but first no titire dia na gare kwa so anu because that time no na yes ni mi say dey ti yes na ko ni mu so no we is evolving right so eno bi ho a o say get to check akra o ye can say no the master na make no
yeah, be good, man. I just say the intent of the culture and the tradition now, and me, and yeah. I first, no, who no for was chrome, no for is nothing. No for them conform man conform no for a drum near Dina. But now, Quasi Bronia Babe created Sini, a man called Fortram, who say, would you move for no crab by yet to say, Sebi or Bar Sebio, the private part. As the first new for yet, or bit me in come when you didn't for all the ma acolano on them. And psychologically, and the picking no up. Because I mean, trouble no cigar. Your first celebrate Valentine Day. There was nothing like Valentine Day in Ghana.
Yeah.
Nothing special. No. I came to know about Valentine. I say, I brought it. And now look, Valentine Day is more than Christmas. Baby man.
Ghana Graham said, on holiday in Accra. By the way, but then said, yeah, the walk no. Yeah, but that no be why ya hwe yen so a say we asisi kono say we asisi no first no dada na no mapi why TV ya wokan na yen nyina na ehwe first na wo TV GBC you dum no ye be 6 o'clock ye dum 10 o'clock na the be anyway say ne bibia do we say people are looking social media no way am for be hu ti sa no na ne omo yen say first no say na ko yi akra no fututu ya ho bi mu ko yen ya na rip everybody so cry any as because it is no man say jatu ho
yeah junior I didn't know that time the year raping did you ever
because no man na hu no mapi because
jump baby no be
yes but there's no dada and then social media no money if you are seeing pornography no man doso it definitely anybody who are there akora keton kra ya won baby ase no nani akoni judge
Cigar. Who do for about here? Because
and then the baby because
maybe they because I develop what question. The time I off here, no one for an
yes, and then our crown crampono. Oh,
who in particular make one cassa. So first, no wolf here, no one. Then
say uja akora I would do teenage all teenagers. Surface and teenager. Yes, you na go school, they was secondary school that day. Me menana eno me come upon or to me will be a more secondary school. That is 15, 16, 17. What we did up or did we jump on no Jeremy? And fan on the mission. By a day, so aquara with the 9 years and put even jump on so no. I can't go back as a manafo. The old Java to Jana, who they are groovy. Oh, few gra. And say, would you mark and say, first back cry, I'm off with Jerry Bontin, son of man, and then Obia Grace had any move because. Anybody need be to a point they say the moment I go jump and say we are crying as my home.
And I make us too much of any bieno. And also, and I too much of killing and saying that. Yeah, replace your culture with obi culture. She kissing. Who kiss ya? It was nothing to us. But kissing. So if you my yes, I know. Kissing, idea, European, I mean, kind of say, Western.
Yeah.
Yes, I best now, no, I do not dominate you any system. Am I any man overlook? No, now they are turning all into sexuality. I'm a woman, Diano. I oversee the idea, and killing ye norms, your culture. She said, you know, career, a crop of one, I say, I die for. Yes, you are more, yeah, move time on over swat, or move do a stage.
I think I was a global bra.
Yes,
They were doing that.
come on. A contract in a down on the more, yeah. And we are observing them. Who do not pay the address? As I said, the banana sana. Sebio or best starting alpha bema crowd. They want to, what may reach that a year, that's all cry idea.
Yeah, but say, and no rich in Uganda, and not over culture, Munsua, a Mesa culture, over religion, Munsua, not Islam. So, Papa crowd all debate 70 years. It's because see a cry, Yenimino, no sinner, no worry, no. Now a crown, a cry, I want a baby as here. I can't go debate 5 years, 10 years, no. Near Panaco, Panifi, no, the Tina, no, you know, son of me,
and maybe baby, I see what, and the age that me go see patrol, the age difference, no, actually, I say, what can I say? Me who, civil, we can't civil now, incorrect, right?
I abuse, right?
And yeah, the gap, no, and no crime, my dear, appropriate.
Now, I also bought a brand new Arusita grant me anyway. Now, what's the life? A bit the year, but still, it's not the best.
I would never, I don't support that. Age be the age gap, because maybe there's a problem. Anyway, and you're very round and up.
I thank you very much.
Yes, I'll continue now because we
yes, I'm going to let you George no be come because and then not George also but went me and a teens and can't mean to continue next week because and no be your while also and the crank man like some the come
but you come no
next week, yeah, next week, you know. Yeah, repeating next week and
next week. Yes, I'm saying we're sir. And yet, for when your best seminar, yeah, and then had more than next week. Your best also continue. As you are listening to us, no, yes, someone share, someone like it, someone subscribe with my a very interesting topic. I come here, friend, I come to me, but yet me, as another a 2 board, and we will end it up here today, and then I'm continuing it next week, okay? And someone bear with us. This is Daddy Kof, your host, and the life is what we just listened to, and we just discuss about the tradition, culture, and the spiritual realm that engulfs it. Anyway, that's an until then, God bless you in Jesus' name. Amen. Bye for now. Bye, everybody.